We are back with more What's Now. 2020 has been a tough year for so many reasons, but personal finances have also been very difficult, especially for older adults. I recently spoke with the president of AARP about how you can help older adults with their budgets. Let's take a look.
During this pandemic, as many of us are staying home to protect our health, we're turning to digital and financial technology to help us complete everyday tasks like grocery shopping and banking without leaving home. Yet there are still millions of people, especially older adults, who lack confidence in how to use these tools, leaving them vulnerable to financial challenges, fraud, and even isolation. Joining us is Marsh Ryerson, president of AARP Foundation, to tell us about the resources available to help all of us, especially older adults, become more tech savvy while staying safe. Thank you, Lisa, for joining us today.
Oh, Christine, it's great to be with you and your viewers.
You know, such an important topic and a really hard time for older adults because they're more high risk, many of them, a little more susceptible to the isolation and then issues with technology. There's a lot they have to deal with.
Oh, Christine, there is so much to deal with. And as you're saying, it's important in the midst of an ongoing pandemic that we encourage older adults and all of us to follow safety guidelines and physical distancing guidelines. But we have to help older adults learn how to use technology applications safely so that they, like us, can continue to complete their everyday tasks.
Many people are using digital tools to minimize unnecessary trips and outings. So how can more of us get better at navigating these safely?
Well, head to fintech.aarpfoundation.org, Christine. It's really a wonderful collaboration between AARP Foundation and our great colleagues at Chase. We've developed a library of free online resources so that older adults can learn through self-help videos, through worksheets, through virtual workshops, how to download applications, deposit a check remotely, Christine, apply for online jobs, and stay connected, and also how to identify and avoid scams.
So if you have an older adult in your life, how do you help them feel empowered to use technology for everyday tasks?
I think it's very important that we teach by showing and by learning side by side by our older adult loved ones and our neighbors. So again, encourage the older adult to head to our free workshops, which are offered in English and Spanish, and you can head there as well. And then we can practice with older adults in our lives the skills, the new skills that they're developing. But so experiential learning is very, very important. I would also say be patient and remember to celebrate successes. As you're working with an older adult, be sure that you highlight what they're doing, what they're getting right as they're developing their confidence with financial technology tools and digital applications.
And what advice do you have for all of us on using apps and online platforms to stay connected with others and improve financial health?
Yeah, I would say, Christine, this is an opportunity and a time in our lives when we need to take advantage of the power of technology. You know, as you said earlier, for a growing number of older adults, because they're practicing physical distancing, we have to be sure that that does not become social disconnection. So we have to use online platforms to use video chat, to stay in touch with older loved ones in our life. We also want to be sure that as you head to the website and as older adults are learning how to use financial technology, that they take full advantage of its ability to empower them to take charge of their financial health. So learning how to use your smartphone to deposit a check, being sure that you understand how to set alerts up on your account so that you know when there are funds that are being withdrawn from your checking account or from your savings account, learning about safe online practices. That's all really important, and we'll teach you at fintech.aarpfoundation.org.
And those safe online practices leads me to my next question. Scammers are increasingly targeting seniors. What can we do?
Yeah, you know, Christine, they are, and it's been on the rise for some time. But one thing we know for certain is that scammers really take advantage of times of uncertainty. And this is, you know, one of those times. We're living in extraordinary times right now. So my first reminder is when you receive a message, either an electronic message, a text message, or a phone call from a source you do not know, avoid taking that message and do not respond. It's also really important to work with your financial institution to set up those alerts on your accounts. It certainly helps an older adult avoid fraud on their accounts, but it also helps them be empowered in managing their fiscal resources, their budgeting, and their overall financial well-being. Another important reminder, Christine, is that your financial institution, your bank, for example, when they reach out to you, they will never ask you for personal information, such as your name or your PIN or your password.
And Lisa, where can we get more information about everything we've talked about today?
Head to FinTech, that's FinTech with an F, fintech.aarpfoundation.org, and join us frequently. I think that you'll find that the videos, the self-help guides, and the worksheets offer a very rich learning resource so that older adults can more confidently use financial technology and applications to remain connected and to support their financial well-being.
Well, thank you so much, Lisa, for joining us today here on Park City Television and giving us this important information that is useful for all of us.
Thanks, Christine. It's great to be with you and everyone in Park City today.